Hello world, hey, Rich Fortney here, Quest to Get on the Alone Show. Hey, this episode is named The World's Best Deer Jerky. Reason being is because I think I make the world's best deer jerky. So I'm gonna go into, there'll be a couple other videos showing how to actually cut up the meat and etc. However, it's really 4 processes that you have to do. 1, you harvest and hang the deer for a couple days. 2, you quarter and cut it up. 3, you slice and marinate. And 4, you dehydrate it the way you want. So I'm going to go over those 4 steps with you. Like I said, there'll be other videos showing you how to actually cut the meat up, but they're like 20-30 minutes long, so I wanted to break this video up for y'all. So stay tuned. You're going to see those 4 processes real quick, and then the end result. So, and there'll be a surprise ending. So stay tuned. Okay, now that it's been hanging overnight, it's pretty good and solid. I'm going to go ahead and quarter it out, and then I'll show you how to break down the muscle groups for a leg, back leg, or front leg. I don't use the back straps for jerky. I use those for steaks, but as you can see, I already pulled out the tenderloins and let them hang like that overnight because I knew it was going to freeze. So there we go. Right, we're now on the back leg. Alright, that's your first one. You don't have to take that off. A little bit of fat that's right here, because that's a good fat. As I'm pulling it out, I'm trying to cut it off of the bad fat. And there's a reason. It's because of all those tendons that's in there. That helps cut down on it a little bit. Basically, you're just cutting around the bone up to that point, to that hip. Then you bring it back on itself, like so. Okay, there's that bone. A lot of bear hunters will take these bones and grind them up for their dogs. Spitting out a bunch of useless knowledge. Here we go. This is why I said you got to break it down if you're wanting to use it for jerky. That's one muscle off of there, and there's to get to the real gristly part of the meat that you don't want in your jerky. You got to really break that muscle down. So there's one. Let's go ahead and break it down. Clean this one up real quick. For some reason on the knee, a lot of the muscles, that little stuff doesn't matter, but for the knee it's real real chewy. I think it's because it's used so much. The knee, that is. Yeah, chunk of that. Get that later. But there you have it. Those are the muscle groups. Now I got 2 more to work on, another front leg and another back leg. But that goes to show you how much time is put into this jerky. That's just getting it quartered and the muscle groups separated. So I'll get into the slicing and the marinating and how you actually layer it out. Alright, this is the front shoulder. I'll show you the muscle groups that I use for the jerky. All others I just put inside a container and I'll either chunk it up, or next year I'm going to start making deer burger. So go ahead and start cleaning this up real quick. Once I get to the house with my sharper knives, but it's a lot of meat. You just get down in there and cut away. Now, that's a nice little chunk of meat. Clean it up just a little bit. And when I cut this, I'll slice it like so. That's why sometimes you'll see those bigger pieces of jerky in my jerky. Like I said, that's pretty much it. Now this one, you want to make sure and then up at the tip, one of the fat tip I should say, make sure you get in there and get all the tendons, because there's quite a few of them. But I'll use this one as jerky as well. And this one I actually slice diagonally, basically. I'm cutting across to cut against the grain, so that if you do get a piece of gristle that's like right here, you can actually, it won't be as bad. And just be 1 or 2 little bites. So there you have it. Alright, as you can see, there's all the muscle groups that are broken down. I slightly freeze them just a little bit. It helps with the slicing process, so you'll see that in a second. And here we go. I'm going to show you all, since you've seen how I break the deer muscle groups down, now I'm going to show you how I slice it. And basically what I'll do is, after I slice it, I'll show you. I put it in a pan like so. I'll put aluminum foil over it, and then I'll let it soak at a minimum 24-hour soak, marinade. So now I'll go ahead and show you how I slice it. And basically the thickness is up to you, but after I do that, then I'll put it in the dehydrator for let's see, 175 degrees for 6 hours, and then I test, I check it regularly because some slices are bigger and thicker. So that's how I like it. So there you have it. You'll see here in a second how I slice it up and put it in the soak. So stay tuned. All right, this part right here is the most important part. It's the layering and the marinating. And I'll show you how I do that. You gotta give it love. Put the black pepper on. Then you just start layering it. Fill the bottom of the pan, and you go to the next layering. So I'll go ahead and put that on time warp just to show you. All right, world, it's been over 24 hours. As you can see, here's the marinated deer meat. And now I'm just putting it on the dehydrator and getting it adjusted. I'll do the heat, put it on there for 5-6 hours. I'll keep checking it, so stay tuned. Okay, as you can see, I'm checking it. I'm basically turning it over, but this right here is good to go because I cut it a little bit. Some of the slices were a little bit thinner than the others, so you just keep checking it periodically. Still got an hour and 44 minutes to get those thicker parts done, but there you have it. Delicious. I think it's the world's best deer jerky, but I'm biased, so I'm gonna take some on an adventure that I'm gonna do next week, and we'll let another person be the judge of it. Stay tuned. All right, Mikey, this is the world's best deer jerky. It only took me 5 years to perfect the recipe. So, honest opinion, my feelings won't be hurt. I'll just modify it if it needs modified.
I like it. That's good.
Should I change anything?
Oh, I like it savory.
Cool.
I love it.
Awesome.
That is the world's best deer jerky. Just by the way, that's the world's best deer jerky.
There you go. See, I told you I got the world's best deer jerky. Mikey Helton just proved it.
He doesn't have it anymore.
All right, world, you heard it. you heard it here. Mikey Helton says my deer jerky's the best in the world. So with that being said, arrivederci.